Hello, everybody. How's it going? Uh, Thank you, viewer, for joining. So, like my title says, I'm going to teach you how to speedrun Resident Evil 2. And I really love this because it's such an accessible speedrun. There's a lot of different elements to it, and it doesn't automatically require technical skills. All it requires is memory to begin with, and even if you struggle to remember a lot of things, it is something that you can have dual screen. So you could have one screen with all the information you need to remember, or like I did, because I only had one screen at the time, I just had it on a piece of paper. I don't want the cutscene to start. So I normally have a timer in the corner to time my speed runs, but I'm not going to be timing this because I'm going to talk through this very carefully, very slowly, and I want to make sure, I'm going through everything in detail. So it won't be a super speedy run, but I am happy to guarantee that you will complete the game in under 2 hours if you follow this. And that's with not being able to dodge any zombies. That's with still making mistakes. Um, I'm gonna first of all explain a few things before I get started with the game. So I would say there are four key components to ensuring that you'd have a good speedrun of Resident Evil 2. Oh, and to be clear, we will be doing Claire A for this speedrun, and the prerequisites for being able to do the speedrun are going to be that you have played Claire A at least once before. I absolutely do not recommend that your first time ever playing Resident Evil 2 is a speedrun. I really recommend that you enjoy the game, you see what it's like. There are so many incredible things about it. I think it's one of the greatest games ever made. I think Resident Evil as well is one of the greatest games ever made. Like, can you believe that Resident Evil is technically the first ever classified survival horror? And even though a lot of individual elements came from a lot of different games over the years, the way Resident Evil managed to put them all together into one game and like create a new generation of horror is astounding, and Resident Evil 2 just upped the ante with it. So it's absolutely fantastic. So please play the game. Absolutely play the game. And another reason why you need to have played the game is because I recommend that you play every single one of your speedruns to begin with on arrange mode and on easy. And you unlock arrange mode after you've completed the game. So that's why you need to have completed the game before. You're also going to need a copy of Resident Evil 2. You will have a copy of Resident Evil 2. You can get it on GOG. You can get 1, 2, and 3 for, I think it's £20 or just under £20. But Steam have recently released them and they're all $3.99 each. So absolutely get a copy of the PC version. Something to bear in mind is that if you play different versions, there are going to be different things available, but you don't need to worry too much about those differences in this game. So, back to what I was saying, the most important aspects of a successful speedrun is number one, knowing the route. Knowing exactly what to do from the beginning of the game right to the end of the game. If you memorize the route, okay, sorry, one moment. Okay, sorry, one moment. Okay. No, I was just getting a notification about something. Okay, so you've got to know the route, and the route is the most important aspect of being able to do this speed run, and that is what I'm going to teach you in this video or this stream on how to do it. So we're going to go through that in detail. The next important thing is ammo management, how to manage your ammo. That is quite a big aspect when you get really far down the line, but the reason why I'm recommending that we do this in arrange mode, easy, is because you are going to start with a infinite ammo submachine gun. So you are not going to need to worry much about ammo. You are not going to need to pick up any handgun ammo, anything like that. But the only thing you're going to need to be aware of is you are going to need, and I think I've got this right, is 20 flame rounds for your grenade launcher. And I'm also going to detail what you need those flame rounds for. But I just recommend that you use a grenade round in 3 different instances in the game. 2 of those are for the 2 tyrants that you're going to go against, and the last one is against the crocodile, and you only need 1 bullet for the crocodile. So I'll explain that a bit more when we get to the tyrants, and I'm going to point out places where you can get a flame round. I'm probably not going to be able to keep track very well of how many I'm collecting, but like when we're done, I'll say, okay, you only needed to collect flame rounds from here, here, and here. Another thing is inventory management, which I don't know, if you've seen my streams before, you know that I can fail at this miserably. I will point out certain scenes and say, okay, in this part you definitely need X, Y, and Z. Okay, and also point out where boxes are and where my main pain points are for inventory management. So that's the third thing. And the fourth thing, and this is what's going to separate you from being a good speedrunner, so you know you can complete the game pretty quickly, to okay, now you're in the big leagues, is being able to dodge. If you can dodge zombies and dodge enemies, then you're going to end up with times that are under 1 hour. That's like world record pace if you have under an hour. My record for Claire A is 1 hour 12. I have so many areas that I can improve in, so you're going to see me do tons of things wrong. But what I found a lot of with the guides are there is information here and information over here and information over there, and it would be so cool if it was all collated get together in one place. And I realized that there was no Discord server for Resident Evil 2 speedruns, so I've created one and I've started writing guides on how to speedrun this. So this is me going through kind of like your first ever speedrun part of that guide. And hopefully, you know, we're going to have a good time. So I'm going to get started. As you can see, I'm on arrange mode easy. Remember, we're going to take things quite slow because I'm going to be over explaining stuff. Before we get to playing, like doing start, I'm going to say that the first part of the game is you start off in the flaming wreckage, and none of this should be a surprise to you because you should have already played the game before. You start off in the flaming wreckage, and you need to make your way over to the Raccoon Police Department. And it's split up across I want to say 6 scenes, but it may be more or less than that. I'm guessing 6 scenes. And in those scenes, you need to be able to dodge certain zombies, shoot certain zombies. When you do your first ever speed run, what I recommend is to not try and dodge absolutely everything. Like if you feel confident in dodging a zombie, absolutely go for it. But you've got the submachine gun for a reason. Use it. Use it to begin with. And I'm going to be using it in places as well. Okay, before I start though, I'm going to check this notification that I've got. I'm also going to close Discord. Okay, what is this telling me? It's telling me that I'm having skipped frames and I need to lower my encoder settings. Okay. Sorry, this is my, I think, fourth stream, and I'm still getting my head around how it all works. Okay. Wonder if I can. Okay, I don't know what that is. Okay, deny that. Editor content. What is this telling me to do? Okay, I may need to pause a moment and investigate this. So I will get back in a few minutes. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm gonna need to end the stream and then start this again. I need to start with different video settings. So I'm really sorry. I will check back in just 5 minutes.